So the next function in date function category is EOMonth function. This function is very powerful and I use it all the time in my various models preparation. So what is EOMonth function? It returns the serial number for the last day of the month, that is indicated number of months before or after the start date. Use end of the month function to calculate maturity dates or due dates that fall on the last day of the month. So the syntax of end of the month is equal to EOMonth, start date and months. Start date is a required argument. So a date that represents the starting date. Date should be entered by using date function as we seen before or as a result of other formula or function. For example, use date 2008 year, 5 as a month and 23 as a date. So for that it will be 23rd May 2008. Problems can occur if the dates are entered as text. So usually Excel will not recognize as number, it will generate an error. Month is a required argument. Number of months before or after the start date. A positive value of the month yields a future date. A negative value results a past date. We'll see this in action in our Excel demo. Now let's see some practical example for the EOMonth function. As mentioned before, EOMonth function has two arguments, start date and months. So here in cell B, here in column B and C, I have mentioned few dates and months as example. So let's give formula EOMonth. So is equal to EOMonth. I will hit tab. I will select the start date. As mentioned before, you can put hard-coded date or any other date function in this argument as well. So we will be using cell B10 as our first argument and we'll choose month as a 0, or you can hard-code 0 as mentioned before. But in this case we'll be using C10 as argument. We'll close the parentheses and I'll hit enter. As expected, end of the month function results the end of the month date of that particular date. So it was 8 June 1984 and if you put 0 argument, it will give you end of the month of 30th June 1984. Now similarly we'll use 1 in this particular date as a month argument. So end of the month, start date 12th May 1985 and month argument will be 1. And we'll have 30th June 1985. So 12th May was the May month and we added one more month in that. So end of the month for 12th is 31st May and we added one more month in that, which will be June. So we'll have a 30th June 1985. Let's take another example by adding 2 months. So EOMonth, we'll select 5th June 1986. We're selecting 2 as a month argument. And we got 31st August. So 5th June, so month end for June will be 30th June 1986 and you add 2 months to that. So it will be July and August. So we'll get 31st August, which is the last day of August. Similarly, if I just copy and paste this formula down for 5th June 1988, we'll have 30th September 1988. 5th June, so month of June will be the month end, 30th June 1988, and you add 3 months in that, you'll get 30th September 1988. Now let's see how this function works when I have a month argument as a negative number. So we'll give formula EOMonth, we'll select the date, we'll select negative argument for the month. And for 9th August 1963, we got 31st July 1963. So immediate month and date for the August month is July. So we got 31st July 1963. Similarly, if you put -2, we'll get June. So August is our month date in which the 9th August resides. And then we have immediately -2. So it will be July and 30th June will be our month end date. So end of the month function is very useful in various financial calculation and report preparation. We'll be using the same in our prepayment model and you will have more idea when we use this function in our model preparation. Now let's see one more function in date category, which is date value, in our next section.